Hello everyone and welcome to Bard for Bone, an actual play D&D podcast. I'm your Dungeon Master Luke. Welcome to Azmodan, a world once ravaged by a war so large that all recorded history was lost. Now a mainly peaceful planet making technological advances full of adventurers and lost wonders. Our players must navigate this changing world. But who are these players and who are they playing?
Caitlin, and I play Bonnie Bay, who has 1 level in Bard and 4 levels in Rogue, and I'm a Water Genasi.
I'm Toby, and I'm playing Calathask, who is a human barbarian with 1 level in Warlock and then the level in Bard.
Hi, I'm Sam. I'm playing a character who currently goes by Table, who is a Ancients Paladin 3, Bard 2.
Hi, I'm Alfie. I'm playing Hattie Silver, an elf with 4 in Artificer and 1 in Bard.
Hi, I'm James. I'm playing Cause the Tiefling. I have 4 levels in Fighter and 1 in Bard.
Hi, I'm Nathaniel. I play Saladin, and I'm a rogue wizard, changeling. Yeah.
And all our players have at least 1 level in Bard, though some may choose to have more, purely so that we can use the name Bard for Bone and it's not weird. But on to the podcast. Welcome everybody to the world of Azmodan. It's a lovely, adventurous world full of monsters and forgotten gems, forgotten history. And on such a prestigious day, it is the royal wedding of King Antos of Hamanaud, the famous gilded Sky City, and Princess Lyra of Continent Zagraean. You have all been... Well, your invitation said you were invited. You have all been hired to come to this royal wedding and serve as both entertainment and as security. How well you will do it either is yet to be seen, but we're going to put that to the test in a second. So, starting from the top left of my screen, Toby, can you introduce your character, please?
Okay, so I am playing Calathask, who is a human barbarian Warlock with a little bit of Bard in there. He's basically... He doesn't really understand the norms of this place too much, and he often speaks in a language which nobody's been found to understand when he says that yet. It might even be a made-up language for all that they know.
Excellent. So, as Califax walks into this large gazebo, it's a very traditionalist wedding. Your normal colours, but it's held in a large gazebo just by the lake that borders the capital, as it would seem as a more democratic place to hold it than a church in either Hamanaud or Zagraean. So as you walk in, you're immediately hit by the smell of pine leaves which litter the floor. They've gone through great lengths to make this wedding perfect for the king and princess. Right, and next, Caitlin.
My character is called Bonnie Bay. She's got a few levels in Rogue and 1 in Bard. She's a Water Genasi. She's just kind of there. She feels a bit out of place. She's a bit confused why she's there, but she's just there.
Excellent. I've got something that you will need to do in a minute. So, Sam, you would probably arrive next. So,
Yes.
what's your character?
So my character is what someone very knowledgeable would recognize as an Eladrin, but most people would probably see as sort of strange-looking elf. They have golden skin, kind of golden brown hair, and are wearing this armor that seems to be made mostly of wood and seems to have like a lot of different holes poked in it. Walking in clearly tense, but also clearly like knowing what they're doing and where they're supposed to be standing in this kind of situation. They are a paladin 3 bard 2.
Excellent. Immediately for you, Sam, the spell is very recognizable. You smelt it a couple times, but that's
Right.
all. Alfie, over to you.
Okay. I'm playing Patty Silver, who is an elf with 4 in Artificer and 1 in Bard. And they're here. And they're a bit confused about what's going on, which may also reflect the player. And yeah.
The player who's never played D&D before.
What do you mean?
Sorry, massive nerd, I forget. James, can you just introduce your character?
I'm playing a male tiefling fighter bard called Cause, and he's done this sort of job before. He has quite ornate one and a sword at his side, and he knows exactly what to do. He's standing off to the side, he's scanning the room very quickly, just making sure that nothing else is going on.
Excellent. And finally, Nathaniel, please introduce your character.
I'm playing a rogue wizard changeling called Salatine. He has a bit of a weird last name, but it's long, that's all. But he's just sort of, I don't know, he's just sort of walking around, scoping the place.
Excellent. So as you are all hired for a specific job, whilst you get a seat at the ceremony, you are sitting right at the back. You're on like the furthest row of chairs, just so that you're not in eye line of anybody important or anybody they deem, worthy to be there. Because after all, you're just hired help. So let's start with you. Caitlin, can you roll a perception check, please?
Give me a min. I really should have prepared this beforehand. I'm sorry.
It's almost like I didn't tell anybody you guys were recording a D&D podcast.
Too bad there's no way to cut sort of long spaces.
I know.
Just someone fill the space while I do this.
Don't you dare play the Merry Christmas
okay.
theme, James.
James, you said you were scanning the room.
Yeah.
Cool. Because that is very specifically what you stationed yourself as doing. Can you roll perception with advantage?
Yes, I can. 18.
Excellent.
Twins.
So, James, looking around at the other people who've been hired to keep this place nice and secure, you recognise a gaggle of adventurers. They're all wearing the same armour, same colours, a nice golden brown, and they're not really focusing on what they're supposed to be doing. They're just in a huddle, punching each other a bit and being really rowdy.
I'm gonna gesture to. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna point over to their gesturing to the group, and then I'm gonna see if anyone wants to come over with me to sort of split this up.
I will look over and kind of notice the gesture and follow forward.
I'll come with as well. I'll give a nod. Stand up.
Cool.
So, I also will, but mainly because he doesn't know what else to do.
He's seen a bunch of people walking there. He's like, "Oh, this is my job. Yeah. Go do it."
I need to.
Yeah.
Cool. So, getting closer, Can Alfie, Toby, and Sam roll history checks? James,
Okay.
you don't need to. You know this already.
That's a nat 20 minus 1 for a 19.
Cool. Leave it there as a nat 20, but
Yeah,
That is a
Just a question of how much you
seven-
respect crits, I guess.
That's
I
17.
respect crits. What was that, Toby?
17.
17. Cool. Cool. So that's 18. What's your history modifier, Alfie?
+2.
Cool. So that's right. You are all familiar with the kind of symbol that they all wear on the front of their armor. It is that of a very, very old and prestigious guild. You're sort of surprised that they're here working instead of being invited to sit and watch the actual ceremony. But this guild has a history of being kind of the lads guild. Everybody's in it. Everybody's gonna have a massive fight, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. And
Is it called the Lads Guild?
it's not called the lads guild.
Okay. Does it have a name that we would be aware of?
You wouldn't be aware of the name. It's mostly a
Interesting.
case of you've seen them. You would have seen them come in and do adventures, and you would recognise that symbol. But they
Okay.
don't really come up and go, "Hi, we're from Goobly Goop Guild, and we just saved your city." They basically get in, do the job, head down the pub, and drink
And the pipe.
until they
Yeah.
drink until the morning comes, and
Cool.
by the time everybody's awake, they're gone.
Oh, so
Cool.
they're alcoholics. Gotcha.
Got it. Yeah, in my notes, I've written down Lads Guild brackets Goobly Goop Guild, so
Okay,
that is how I'll be referring to them as from now on.
excellent.
Bracket alcoholics.
Okay. With that nat 20, just sort of, do I get the sense of like, would the fact that they're part of this guild means that we shouldn't sort of try and mess with them? We shouldn't try and interfere with them. Does it mean they're of like a higher authority than us, or is it just that they're sort of part of this group?
You think they? Well, it depends on how much you respect other guilds. So
Mhm.
they have quite a high standing and lots of respect within the world, but whether you personally respect them and think that they're worth your time is another question entirely.
I think
Mhm.
you said they were being rowdy, right?
They're being rowdy amongst themselves.
Is it kind of disruptive to like other people that are at the ceremony?
Because they're at the back, it's out of the way enough where people don't particularly mind. But it's where you can see it, you are aware of it.
I think Calathas would just like to kind of walk up and ask to the. Is there like a ringleader of this group?
There's definitely one guy who looks slightly buffer and taller.
I would like to look at that guy and ask, is everything okay here, guys? Is everything all right?
Oh fuck yeah, man! Yeah, no, this little one here, he thought he pulled the princess before she got married. Fucking loser. You know what, man? Fucking loser.
Okay. Lovely. Right. Well, as long as you're not going to disrupt any of our other guests here today, then each to your own.
No, hell no, man. We're here for the job. We're gonna get paid, and then we're gonna get fucking wasted at the reception. Hell yeah! And like a group of idiots, they all just suddenly put their arms up and start hollering, and then the kind of big guy goes, "Guys, we're here to do it. We can't be making too much noise. Guys, cool it."
Thank you. Now, I'll leave you to your half of this job. However, I will make sure that the group here does not become too rowdy by the end of the evening, and then I want to kind of stroll away back to where I was.
Excellent. James, Alfie, and Sam, do you also return back to your places?
No,
Yeah.
I stand a few meters behind them.
Yeah, I'm gonna as I walk back with Toby. What's your character's name again? Sorry, I need to get that written down.
It's Califask.
Califask.
Spelled Kalatathask.
Thask. Okay.
Yeah.
It's yeah, no, I thought for sure they were gonna beat the shit out of you. Honestly,
They can try.
they absolutely can. I guarantee you they would. Well, I'm glad they didn't for what it's worth.
James,
Thank you.
you said you're kind of staying a couple meters behind them. Are you trying to hide the fact that you're staying behind them, or
Nope.
okay? They don't notice you. I made a roll for that. They all rolled in that one.
That's fine.
Cool.
I'm just here.
So, go head back over to Caitlin. What did you get for your perception?
18.
18. You're not certain, but you recognize the back of one of the guests up near the front. She's got nice kind of navy blue shirt with golden epaulets on it, and she's kind of sitting very stiff and straight and facing forward with her hair in a bun behind her.
Okay.
This is potentially the reason why you're here, but you're not certain.
Okay. I'm just gonna I don't get out of my seat, but I move my head around just to see if I can get a better look. But I don't think I can.
No, she's too far ahead for you to get a proper look at who she is and whether she is a person you think she is.
Okay.
Could I do one more thing quickly?
Yes.
I sit halfway down. Is it food at this point, or is everyone just sitting and making
This is
conversation?
pre-ceremony, so
Pre-ceremony. Okay. So I'm sitting around just sort of trying to stay in the proper posture. When suddenly I kind of bolt upright, and I would like to look at the scrawny little guy they were talking about who was trying to get with the princess, and then look at the princess and see if she is actually looking at him or taking any notice.
the princess is not in the room currently
Never mind.
because it's a wedding and the bride normally enters right at the start of the ceremony.
I get panicked about that for a second, and then I remember how weddings work, and I go back to my let's go back to my team.
But when I say the scrawny guy, he is scrawny for the comparison of these buff lads. So he's still got a lot of muscle on him, but in comparison, he's just looks a bit weaker than the rest of them.
I would like to, as best as I can, be keeping an eye on him. Not trying to sort of avoid clearly staring, but just keeping tabs. Just because I think it's somewhat interesting that they'd mentioned that.
Excellent. Yeah. Right. Does anybody else want to do anything before the ceremony begins?
I don't think so.
We could make some introductions to each other.
That's very true, actually. Yeah.
Because I don't think any of us have. I've spoken 2 words to you, Calfask. Calfangs.
Califask.
Calathask. I
There
put
you
an
go.
N in there when I shouldn't have done. Calathask. So here we go. It's well, I suppose we should all get acquainted with each other. I believe I already met you, Calathask.
Yes.
Would it be possible to get everyone else's names? Just since we're working as a team, I thought it may make sense.
Why don't we start with yours?
Yeah. Well, I clearly frantically looking around the room, and then I look down in front of me. Tablecloth, or just table's fine.
Table.
Yeah, table will do. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Table.
Mm-hmm.
Well met.
Thank you. Likewise, Calathask. And yes, all the rest of you.
Somebody else speak, please. This is.
And in that
Come
long
on.
pause, the organ starts.
Oh.
Yep.
And Princess Lyra enters with 20 maids behind her, all carrying her train. And Queen Winray herself is holding the very end of this train. It almost looks like she's frantically sewing something onto it.
I just want to look over to the table and just say, just like whisper, is that normal for these kinds of things?
I'm
I-
unacquainted with a specific culture. Could I roll a perception check to see what she's sewing onto the back of the train?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'll say that I don't think any of you have been to a royal wedding before, so this is a new experience.
No, this is a new experience.
I don't think that I would
I
have
probably
been to
haven't
a.
actually.
I wouldn't
Uh,
have been
That's
to
true.
a wedding.
Yeah, no, you
before.
probably would have done.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
an 11 total. So
It looks like she's stitching in a name to the
Mm.
kind of back of a train, and with your
Interesting.
perception check, you can see there's other names at different points along the train with dates
Okay.
accompanying them.
With dates, names and dates.
Yeah,
Okay.
names and dates.
I'll relay this to Kalthask. Loud enough so anyone else can
Okay.
hear it if they need to.
Okay. Well, I'm not entirely familiar with this whole shebang of
Mhm.
of royal weddings or weddings in general, to be honest. So
Yeah, that's understandable. I have some experience in that regard, so if you need help with something, I may be able to, but no guarantees. I'm new to this particular area.
well, thank you for your offer.
Mhm.
After what feels like 5 minutes, because like I said, there's 20 people all carrying the train, and Queen Winray, and it's a long ass gazebo. She eventually gets to the front, and this is the first time you've seen King Hammond and Princess Lyra in the same area, and it is very clear the age difference here. King Antos of Hammond is in his late 70s. Princess
Is he a
Lyra
paedophile?
is 25, roughly. So
Okay.
Leonardo DiCaprio would approve.
Yeah.
Actually, he wouldn't.
no, it's just too late for
No,
Leonardo.
that's upper
Oh,
limit.
yeah, sorry, yeah. Yeah.
And also,
That's only a short-term investment for him.
yeah.
Mm.
Damn. Yeah, it's the first time you've seen it, but Princess Lyra doesn't look uncomfortable. Queen Winray doesn't look uncomfortable either, and King Antos is just having the time of his life. So, unless you want me to narrate the entire ceremony.
Yes, please.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
go on.
We'll sit back. Yeah,
We
go
would
ahead.
love that.
Voice every character. Luke, go.
Okay.
Okay.
I've got
What I would
lists.
like to, what I would like to see is any eye contact that the princess makes with that one guy in the Lads Guild that I clocked.
Roll a perception check.
Okay, come on.
I will give you a bit of information. Aside from this,
That's another 11. So.
you don't notice any.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, a couple things. The person conducting the ceremony is Priest Bijou, who is the leader of one of the Sky Cities, which is a theocracy. So he's been brought in to kind of make this a holy marriage. And secondly, Nathaniel, as Princess Lyra was walking past, and you're not sure if it was her or one of the 20 or so people following her, you get the feeling that one of them was a changeling as well.
Okay. Should I roll a perception check?
Yeah.
In silence.
12.
You can't quite figure out which one of them is the changeling.
Okay.
For those of you unfamiliar, changeling is a creature who can change their appearance at will. Hence, changeling. The more you know.
What?
Wow.
But yes, so Priest Bijou is the one overseeing the ceremony. There's a couple smaller priests either side of him because this is a big event. You've got to have everybody there. So Bijou represents Zakira.
Yeah, how small are the priests?
They are dwarves and halflings,
Oh, okay. Close.
but they're also smaller priests in the sense of like they're less higher up in the church. You know.
I feel like
But each one represents a different god. So you have one for Zakira, you have one for Cambellum, one for Acer, and one for Amalufu. Morbitus has been left out of this.
I feel like Kalathask is kind of internally like kind of confused because he is like a 6'4" like bearded man with like a battle axe on his back. And so he's looking down at these little priests in their robes as like dwarves or halflings, thinking, "Huh, okay then, sure, cool."
Didn't know that children could be priests.
Yeah,
Um,
because the only other people he would have seen that small were like children of elves or humans.
So the ceremony goes off without a issue. Everything goes fine. Everything goes swimmingly, and you are all invited over to a second larger gazebo for the reception, where you've
Wow.
each been provided a stage.
Oh,
It's a mini stage.
Ooh.
got 6 mini stages. Okay.
That was not the one that was left out. It was Morbitus that was left out, Sam.
Cool. I don't pay attention. For reference, for people who are listening to the podcast, I frantically went back through the lore doc to remember which god got left out, and I thought it was love, and it was actually death.
Death got left out. Love was definitely there.
Yeah, no, I
I'd
thought
be
I was like, ooh,
surprised.
symbolism. Why is death left out of the wedding? But no, it makes sense. Oops.
So you've each been provided a miniature stage. You each will have an opportunity to perform for some guests, and we'll see how that goes. But
Oh,
now it is the opportunity of Sam to roll perception as you enter
Okay,
into.
I will try again.
we have had many perception rolls so far.
Yeah.
It's all perception.
Okay.
This
I'm going to try a
is
different
just
dice.
deceiving.
That's a 12 plus, I think 4, 16? Pretty sure
Cool.
that's right.
Yep. Just in the far corner of this gazebo, you recognize someone from the summer court. You don't know them by name.
Interesting.
You've never encountered them before, but you can very much look at them and go, "Ah, that's a summer court person."
Interesting. Does it seem like they're noticing me, or are they just minding their own business?
No, they're currently chatting to some other guests.
Okay. I would like to sort of slowly and politely make my way over, stand close enough that it's clear that I'm interested in a conversation, but not trying to push them out of their current conversation.
Cool. I'm just gonna check something. Excellent. That's a second nat 20. This is rigged. It's fine. So you are starting to make your way across to that corner of the gazebo. When you get about halfway, you feel someone. Well, you notice someone walk in front of you, very much wanting to talk to you.
Oh. Hello?
So, it is a half. Lynn. Give me a second. Sorry, it's a gnome. It's short for a gnome. Brunette. Woman named Reclasser.
Reclasser.
You know of them. They are the president of Catane.
Oh, Madam President, it's a pleasure. And I reach down for a handshake.
She grabs your hand, and it's a very sturdy handshake. Yes, I was hoping you'd be of assistance. I believe that's what you're here to do.
Yes, of course. Is there an issue of some kind?
Where is the beer?
Where is the beer? What kind of check would I make? I can look around for some beer. I can figure out. I probably wasn't involved enough in the organization.
You weren't involved enough in the organisation.
Can I just make an immediate perception check? I've only rolled perception checks
Yeah,
so
go.
far. Can I just be like, yeah, okay, beer. Look, that is a 19 total.
You don't see any beer at all. Like, there's just a lack of beer in this reception.
Okay. Madam President, I am so sorry. I believe there's been something with housekeeping gone wrong. I will get on that as soon as I can. It's a pleasure to talk to you. Yes?
Do you have a way to get me beer? Like, could you go and get me some beer?
I suppose my role was typically security. I can go and ask one of the waiters or waitresses potentially.
Can I see Table struggling in this social interaction from where I am?
I think most people can, because it's suddenly this president is having a conversation with essentially a guard.
Can I kind of sidestep over? And while I'm doing that, are there any like waiters around for the reception?
None that you can see, which is why they've come to Sam rather than the waiter.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. I want to sidestep over to this conversation and say, "Hi, sorry, my name is Kalithas. I'm on guard with my friend here, Table. I hear you had some issues in finding the reception's beer. Am I correct?"
Yes. It doesn't seem to be any, and I'd kind of like some right now.
If you give me a second to go and talk to the catering team, then I can see what I can find.
Fine, yes. What did you say your name was?
Kalapask.
Excellent. I will keep a note of that.
And then I want to kind of sidestep away, like, is there like to the quote back of like the kitchen and stuff to see if I can find somebody.
Yeah, there's people in the kitchen, and it is a mess in there. There's like 50 people all crammed into this one kitchen trying to figure out why the cake isn't set in.
Like the first 2 episodes of The Bear.
I've not seen.
That's a very specific reference.
I've seen the first episode of The Bear. I'm not.
It's a great show. You should watch it.
Yeah. Is there anyone in there to speak to about the issue?
They're all yelling at each other with different ideas of why this cake isn't working. So you'd need to shout to get anybody's attention.
I just want to like stand in like right in front of the door and just holler into the kitchen. Right, everyone. Do we have beer? It has been requested.
Can you roll a performance check to see how well you can kind of shout?
Okay. This is concerning.
It's concerning. A bard, they can't do performance.
That's a 10.
You get a couple people's attention, and they're like, "It's over there," and they just kind of point into the mess of fellow chefs and waiters.
Oh god. Okay, right. I kind of want to see. Can I see through them, like the mass of chefs and waiters?
Not really. It's a small kitchen. You should not have all the waiters in one kitchen, which is taking up a lot of space currently.
Is there any way that I can kind of push through to a degree?
Yeah, if you make an opposing strength check against the horde.
Just flat strength, yeah.
Yeah, just flat strength.
That is a 19.
Okay. Cool. They rolled an 18, so you just about squeeze your way in to get to this beer.
Can I? What is it in, like glasses or in kegs or in like?
It's just 2 large kegs that say beer here. Pointed down to a cork that you will remove.
Right. Are there like glasses, like pint glasses or whatever nearby that I can pour into?
If you want to make another check to swim through this horde, yes.
Oh god. Is it feasible that I could take the kegs and put them either by the door or actually in the reception?
Yeah, you could just take them into the reception.
I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna take one.
Cool. You only taken one, so
Well, if I can carry 2, then I'll take 2.
If you want to carry 2, there'll be strength, and then your check through the horde will be at disadvantage. If you're going to take 1, you roll strength again through the horde.
I'm going to take 1, considering it's only one person that's asked for beer so far.
Yeah.
We can get the other one later.
Okay, so you're going to need to roll to get in through the horde
Okay.
back to the door.
Okay. Come on. Oh, that's a 10.
That's fine. They rolled a 3.
Oh.
So you kind of push your way through with this massive keg of beer. You almost using it as like a shield, like a riot shield, just to push people out of the way so you can get by. And you do come out at the other side of the door.
Okay. Is there like a table near the entrance to the kitchen
Oh, yeah,
which I can put it on?
Yeah, there's plenty of tables.
I want to put it on there, or like near any kind of glasses, like drinks glasses that there are in the room.
There'd be glasses at every table because it's a reception. So
Okay. I just put it on a nearby table and gesture. Can I see? I forget who asked for the beer.
President
it's
Reclasser.
Yeah, can I gesture to them? Are they there? Did they move on? Did they go?
I think I might still be talking to them and just slowly melting because I'm so tense talking to someone that's so high status, and it's just like desperately trying to talk politics but doesn't know enough.
And can Table see me from where he's standing?
You're 6'4". Most people can see you from where.
Well, I didn't know if they were facing the other direction. Can I kind of like gesture with my head that I've got the beer here? Can you...
Yeah. It's like, well, obviously democracy. Oh, beer. It's over there. Perfect. Yes, my associate has been able to collect the beer. Would you like me to go and get you some, or do you like to collect it yourself? I'm happy with either.
I think I shall get it myself. I don't.
Very well. Okay.
I don't mean to discourage you, but I don't think you know how much beer I need right now.
Absolutely understandable. And
right. Okay.
Pleasure to talk to you. And then I make a beeline for where I last saw the person of the summer court.
They have now gone. You're not sure where they've moved to.
Mm-hmm. Is a perception check allowed, or is it a mysterious disappearance?
There are now more people. Because
So
everybody's now in this reception area, it's going to be much harder to see them. And you, so you're welcome to try, but I'm going to say it's very unlikely.
Okay. Would it be a disadvantage roll?
Yes.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
It's a disadvantage roll for high ACs, not DC.
Okay. That's an
AC/DC.
it's 22 and a 7. So
you don't spot them.
No.
They've gone into the crowd and you've lost them.
Okay.
So now that everybody's made their way into this reception area, King Antor's steps forward from his table and clinks on a glass, which, with how many people there are, it shouldn't make a noise, but the sound reverberates around the room. Welcome, my dear friends, companions, patriots, and adventurers. It is with great pleasure that I get to introduce you to my new wife and to this beautiful collaboration between two amazing continents. I would like to begin this ceremony with some entertainment. So if you all look to the nearest wall to you, you shall see a stage. Fuck's sake, James. If you all look...
listeners of the podcast, James just turned around at his actual physical wall.
If you all look to the nearest wall to you, you shall see a little stage that shall hopefully entertain you and your table. So that is your sign, everybody, to go to your little stages.
Okay, I go to my stage.
So
kind of tentatively, but also like inquisitively. Like I'm like, okay.
So Nathaniel, I'll start with you, and I'll go the other way this time. What are you performing on your stage? What is your bardic skill here?
I don't know. Maybe sleight of hand.
Okay, magic.
Some sort of like, that cup trick where they move the ball around.
Street magic.
Probably something like that. Yeah, street magic.
Excellent. So you have 2 tables in front of you, each with 8 guests on them. We're going to see how well you do. Can you roll performance, please?
Sure. Wait, that's a D20, isn't it?
Yes, that is a d20.
Cool. I know which dice to roll. 12.
12. You don't fail any of your magic tricks, which is a good thing. But also, this is a world where like actual magic exists, so it's kind of like a bit boring. So they're watching it and they're being polite and they're going, "Oh yes, great show." But also they're all thinking about their one nephew who can create a bonfire already, and
Yeah,
you know,
people can alter reality in this world, and they are just like, wow.
Yeah. Cups in it.
it's cups.
Ups in it.
Right, James, what is your bardic
Mm.
skill?
Acrobatics in full armor.
In full armor.
It doesn't impose disadvantage, so I can do it.
No, specifically what are you doing that is classed as acrobatics here?
Just doing a full gymnastics routine.
Okay. So
Front hand springs, back hand springs, back foot springs, front foot springs, cartwheels.
How many more gymnastics moves do you know?
The roundabout, the oopsie daisy,
Excellent.
right hook.
Can you roll, I guess, acrobatics then? Because it is performance, but you very specifically you're doing acrobatics as your performance.
Yep. 19.
It's almost silent. You've got all this heavy armor on. You should be making loads of noise as you prance and jump about, but you move so gracefully through the air that your armor it almost flows with the wind and makes not a sound, not a peep. You receive loads and loads of applause from your captive audience. They're
Any
forced
money?
to watch you. Any money? Can you roll persuasion check? Because are you putting out like your helmet and just shaking it to get people to put
No,
money
no,
in?
no. I'm not. I'm just wondering if they were,
Oh, you just wonder if they're giving you money at all?
Yeah.
Probably not if you're not going to give them an incentive to.
That's fine.
Okay, Alfie, what is your bardic skill? And yes, what is your bardic skill?
It'd just be like anything.
Yes, anything performance-wise.
Stand-up comedy.
Oh God. Do you want to give a demonstration? Because I can get you to do a demonstration now. Should I say something you can actually do, Alfie?
Fine, I'll be funny.
Give us one joke, and I'm going to tell you whether you get advantage on your performance or not.
Oh God. Hang on, okay.
Are you googling jokes?
No, no.
Just type in the word jokes into Google and hoping for.
Yeah, literally what I've done. Wait for it. This is gonna be great, guys. Why do we tell actors to break a leg?
A plucky young kid from the audience pipes up. Why, Mr. Y?
Because every play has a cast. No.
You can roll a flat charisma, flat.
Can I
performance check.
Can I look at what the kid's doing now?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you what the kid's doing in a
Why
second.
look happy?
I'll tell you what the
Okay.
kid does in a second when you roll your performance. Just flat performance. It wasn't terrible. I'm not giving you disadvantage, but it wasn't brilliant.
12.
12. Excellent. Did you add your performance modifier to that?
Oh no, 13.
Oh, that's so much better.
Is it?
No. You get a couple laughs. The kid seems to be enjoying it because they're a kid and they find most things funny. But a lot of the older audience are more just laughing out of politeness.
You should do children's party.
Yeah.
That's the best of the campaign. It's just you going to children's parties now. Right, moving on to Sam. What is
Yeah.
your bardic skill?
So what I do initially is that I'm like standing around talking to the people at the table I'm supposed to be entertaining, and then at a certain point,
Are you also
I
going
have
to
a plan.
stand up?
Just trust me. Just trust me.
Okay.
No, so I'm just like polite making conversation, and then I just like snap my fingers like, oh, I'm so sorry. You guys were here for entertainment. I fall backwards and kind of explode into brown leaves. I use phase step to teleport up to the stage, and then I take out my flute rapier, and I basically just start swinging it around and moving around, and I'm like subtly casting gust to essentially like put air through both the holes in the flute sword and the holes in my armor, which comes out to a musical performance.
You can roll performance with advantage for your addition of your phase step there. That was
Yes. I thought it was cool. I love teleport. That's an 18 and a nat 20. My modifier to that is the charisma plus 7, so that's a 27.
27. Excellent. You managed to garner the attention of not only your tables, but a couple of the tables nearby from other people who are now just they're encapsulated by this beautiful melody that's playing. It's so enchanting, and it's a standing ovation.
Great.
Even the king is looking over and it's kind of like, okay, this guy's got some serious chops to him.
It's a weird dance music fusion thing. Would I be able to spot the summer court person in the people who are paying attention to me?
In the people who are paying attention to you, no.
With the 27?
No.
Oh, okay. Thought I may as well ask. All right.
Right.
But yeah.
Caitlin, what is your bardic skill that you're performing?
There's
Everybody?
no way I'm going to be living up to Sam, but it's okay.
You could also roll a nat 20.
Yeah.
It could happen.
I could, but I don't think it's likely.
Never know.
She reaches into a bag behind her and pulls out a quite big accordion and just starts playing that and singing.
So, what specifically is your character singing? I'm not going to make you sing it because copyright. I'm not dealing with that.
Thank you. Not any specific songs that are like well known, kind of songs that she would have sung with her friends in the past.
Excellent. Okay, that gives me an idea of what specific music would be playing. Doesn't give anybody else an idea, but it gives me an idea. Right. Roll performance then.
10.
It's people are listening. People are enjoying it because it's very infectious music that you're playing. But you're not. Nobody's joining in for a sing song, sadly.
That's okay.
Finally, Toby, what is your character doing to perform?
I think Calapask is like just presenting genuine like weird shower thoughts to people, like you know.
Okay.
He just stands on stage, and in like the same way that somebody would do a TED talk with like the microphone, he just walks around saying like, "You've never owned a mirror that hasn't been used before," or like,
If you could give me
mythological
really...
stories were just the original fan fictions.
Okay, for that joke to work, it does need to be canon that fanfiction exists in this world.
I'm sure there's some level of fan fiction.
I'm not.
Luke, do we get to roll a history check on fanfiction?
Roll history check on fanfiction.
I have negative 1. Oh, fuck. 10 total.
Am I rolling that?
You can roll one as well, Toby, if you really want to find out whether fanfiction exists in this world. Something I've never considered before this point. Thank you.
Yeah, I've got no idea. I have 8.
Yeah, neither of you have encountered things that you can believe as fanfiction, but maybe there exists some fanfiction out there.
Or when you're warm, you want to be cold, but when you're cold, you always want to be warm.
Okay, Toby, you have one opportunity to present me an interesting shower thought, and I will determine whether you get advantage, disadvantage, or just a flat roll for your performance.
Okay.
Here.
Well, you're mostly made out of water, protein, and calcium, which means you are a healthy meal.
you get disadvantage. People heard that and they were just a bit disturbed. They were like, "Why is this guy talking about eating people? Is this man okay?"
Oh no!
Can we hear these shower thoughts from our stages?
Sure.
I got an 18 and
I-
a 2. But
Can
that's
I
without
abandon my
actually,
stage to
no,
go and listen?
to the 2.
You know, that explains why your comedy was just okay. Because at one point you just leave and listen to the shower thoughts. Yeah,
So I got a 6.
a 6. Wow. You've. This is where most of the people who came to listen to Sam have come from. It's your tables. They're like, oh, I don't want to be around this man. Let's go somewhere else. But after a good 20-minute set, which I'm sure you could all keep up your performances for 20 minutes, you are all allowed to take your smoke break.
I use face step. Actually, no, I can only use it once.
Okay. Yeah, you can't use your face step. But there's a designated area for the service team to hang about when everybody else is enjoying the reception. And that is where you are all together and can properly introduce yourselves to each other without being disturbed this time.
Oh wow!
Why?
Yep. I actually turns out I can use face step because I can use it 3 times a day.
Oh, excellent.
So I give a bow and then I disappear into a cloud of leaves.
Further applause. You're still
yeah.
crowd favourite.
Yeah. The problem is it's only 30 foot, so I can't quite make it to the smoke area. So I teleport into like the middle of the room and just start running.
Well, the smoking area is outside the tent, so what I can imagine is you just teleport backwards and just then have to walk around the perimeter of the tent
Yes,
to get
yeah.
the right area.
Yeah, and it's like very obvious. Like my silhouette is like very
Yeah.
clearly up against. You hear the. Gotta keep going. Yeah. Okay, so we all make it.
You're all there together.
Perfect.
So if you'd like to introduce your characters to each other, you can now.
So Table is got a bit more of a spring in his step now. He seems to be a bit more comfortable than he was kind of in the wedding situation, and he goes, "Hello everyone, my colleagues. Seemed like that went fairly well. We didn't have any issues. Everyone's entertainment seemed to have been fine. Most of us haven't been introduced. Oh, is that not quite?
I mean,
Hey, look! You did great. You did great.
Well, thank you. Your shower thoughts are very interesting.
Look, I just had some genuine questions for people, and they didn't answer them.
Listen, I'll be thinking about the fact that I'm technically a healthy meal for a long time now.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. So just so I can get everyone's names. So Kalthask, I'm familiar with. Everyone else, though, I point to James's character. Don't believe we've been acquainted.
I'm Cause.
Course. Well, it's a pleasure. And everyone else.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
Yes, indeed. Hold out a hand for a handshake.
I reach out my hand and I give him a firm shake.
Well, a lot of firm handshakers here.
Do you want to see how firm a handshake is?
Yeah.
Yeah, can we roll opposed strength?
Roll opposed strength.
It's a 12.
It's also 12.
Wow, okay.
Oh, okay.
Evenly matched. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're pretty firm handshakes. Like, they're not breaking your bones firm, but, you know, they're solid handshakes, and you feel equally matched.
I feel very comfortable. I turn around. I look at Caitlin. I'm like, Caitlin's character. Let's go. Yeah, I very much enjoyed the songs. Although again, I don't believe I ever caught your name.
I'm Bonnie.
Bonnie. Well, it's a pleasure.
Caitlin, can I ask what your character's wearing? Can't they?
They're wearing no, it's okay. They're wearing their nicest raggedy clothes. So it's not like nice clothes, but for them, it's their nicest clothes that they own.
Okay. Would it be recognisable to your occupation at all?
I'd say so.
Excellent. It's very clear to everybody that Bonnie is a pirate. or at least a seafarer. Especially with the big tricorn hat you're wearing, which should be the giveaway. I'll pass it back over to you guys.
Yeah, I turn to Alfie's character. It's like, well, I suppose we're just getting everyone's names. If I may ask yours.
Hattie Silver.
Hattie
And
Silver.
yours was Abel?
Table. Well, tablecloth, but just table is fine.
Okay.
You're welcome to make an
Sure.
insight check if you want.
No, it's all good.
I honestly like calling, even if we do find out you have another name, I'm just going to keep calling you Table, because I think that is the best.
Sam
Yeah,
never
that's
had
fair
a
enough.
name.
No, totally not. Something that's not already written on my character sheet. No, sorry. And then finally I turn to Nathaniel, or Nathaniel's character.
Oh, hi. I'm Salatine.
Salatine. Well,
Yep.
it's a pleasure.
Pleasure to
I
meet you too,
believe...
Table.
Yes. How long left do we have on our smoke break? Also, does anyone actually need to smoke? I think this was.
I do not
Perfect.
smoke.
Caitlin's character is smoking apparently.
Wow.
Do you have like a big old-fashioned cigar, or is it more like a smoking pipe or
Nah,
a cigarette?
just like a normal cigarette.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So Sam, you go poke your head in to find out how long you have left.
Yeah, I can do.
Okay. Sam, can you roll dexterity saving throw, please?
Okay. Do I? Let me double check if I have Aura of Protection yet. I don't. Cool. Level 3 Paladin. Okay, but that's a 17 plus 3, so a total of 20.
You stick your head in, and immediately you are blown backwards as a bomb goes off inside the gazebo. You luckily are
Oh, no.
unscathed, but not
I
so
ran
luckily
in.
for everybody else.
Okay, this does not seem normal for these kind of events. I'm assuming that this is not supposed to be
I run
happening,
in.
correct?
You run in.
Yep.
Yeah, if I land on my feet, I will like run straight towards the source of the explosion.
Cool. You can only enter so far in because this explosion has knocked out several key beams holding up the gazebo, and it's started to cave in. So you get about, I don't know, 30 feet in before you are kind of blocked off from getting any further. Yes. But as you turn,
Is there any
yes,
merit to trying to break through those beams?
they are on fire, so it'd be very
Hey.
difficult. But you're welcome to try.
Not if you've got an axe.
But Toby, could you roll, because you've asked this question? Can you
Yeah.
roll either perception or survival?
That would be perception.
Okay.
That's a 14.
You can see one of the logs is moving as if someone is trying to push it. Or not logs, beams.
Can I call out and ask, is anybody trapped under there?
Just a bit. Can you lend a hand?
I would like to go and try and lift the beam while it's on fire.
Okay.
Oh,
James, did you have something to add?
I'll help.
Okay.
Actually,
So
yeah, no, I am going to do that.
roll
Yeah.
strength with advantage because James is helping you.
Can I give Bardic Inspiration?
You can give Bardic Inspiration.
Thank you.
I'm kind of.
Wait,
yeah,
are you giving it to me or James?
I will give it to you because you're rolling with advantage.
Yeah, you roll with
James
advantage.
James isn't rolling.
Because of
Yep.
James.
This is just a flat strength check, yeah?
No, it's with advantage.
Well, okay. Just not a
Oh,
skill.
it's not a saving throw.
Correct.
It's not a
Yeah.
saving throw, it's just strength.
Yeah, I just go, you're the most qualified person to do this right now.
Thank God I have advantage. That was a nat one.
Whew. Is it
That's
straight
not
up?
much
You
better.
do your back
much...
in on episode 1.
What's your bardic? Oh, I need to. What's your bardic die?
D6. Because I'm level 2.
Oh, that was a 6. It might actually save my back. That's 3. That's an 11.
Gentle
I rolled a 3.
Right, I'm going to make them roll as well, just see whether, because they're going to be pushing from their side. But sadly, they're not helping there, as they're kind of weakened from all the rubble on them. But you are able to get it up just enough where you can see their hand.
Is it possible that I could cast Mage Hand to try and pull them out, like help pull them out from underneath?
If you have Mage Hand,
I do.
yes.
Well, I do have Mage Hand. Yes.
Before somebody rules lawyers me and said you can't lift a certain amount of weight, shut up.
Who cares?
It's D&D. It's made up.
What do I need to? What do I need to roll for this again?
For Mage Hand, no, I'm just gonna say it helps.
Okay.
It's gonna basically the Mage Hand will hold up the log that you've moved, so you can pull them out.
One thing that he's gonna do, while the Mage Hands is active doing this,
I
is
could
try
just
and
hold the log while he pulls it out.
try and.
You already helped him by help. If I'm gonna assume
Yeah, I'm
you
still
was-
there.
No. What I was gonna say is I'm gonna assume you're still holding it, so the Mage Hand is
Oh, okay.
replacing Toby in this situation.
I'm gonna try and hold it from a point where my body is blocking the view of the Mage Hand,
Okay.
if that's possible.
Yeah.
And then try and pull out the guy from underneath.
Cool. So roll a strength check to pull them out.
Okay. Oh, 21.
Excellent. You are able to successfully pull out President Ricasa.
Ooh. I'm gonna look at them and tell them, like, not like in an attempt to be intimidating, but more forcefully to get out of the tent. Like, leave. This is not safe. You need to get out of here right now.
Well, that was the plan, but I think we are going to struggle with that. As she kind of points towards the entrance you came in, there are 5 hooded figures all standing blocking the doorway. And that is where we're going to end the session.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Hey, if you made it this far, thanks for listening. This is only our pilot episode and we're still working everything out, so expect quality of play and recording to increase over the next few episodes. We've had a blast recording this, which we hope you can tell. So massive thanks to Alfie, Caitlin, James, Nathaniel and Sam and Toby for agreeing to do this with me. And thanks to Benjamin Wall for our logo and Josh Darcy Bean for our outro, and Nathaniel who then modified it into an intro. All the relevant links will be in the episode description, and we'll get the next episode out as soon as we can. Right at the very back of the train is Queen Winray
Conductor.
herself, who is wearing a little conductor hat. No.
Wow.
Yeah,